All right. Good evening, everyone, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is our SBC founders meeting. And of course, this meeting takes place every Wednesday when it's exactly 6 p.m. West African time. You want to come to your Kringle Cashback office and go to founders meeting. And then you're going to have this link to this meeting for members in our private society. So guys, we are so delighted to be with you all. We hope that you guys are doing well. I want to say hello to all the Privy Council members. I want to say hello to all the ambassadors, all the leaders, and of course, all the members globally. We have people everywhere, those from India, China, Bangladesh, America, Europe, Africa, everywhere. We are global here, guys. And of course, special hello to all those in the Philippines. Noli Rabel and his team is very, very late in the Philippines, and they are here in this meeting. So I want to say hello to all the Philippine family. All right, guys, we are here with our admin. We're going to have some monologue, and then later on, you can now prepare for your questions. You can't afford to miss this meeting or watch even the recording, because we have lots and lots of good news that we shall be sharing with you today. So stay muted, buckle your seatbelt, and let's get into it. Greetings to you, admin. Welcome.
Greetings. Thank you, Mbe. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our founders meeting for April 3rd, 2024. All right, I'm going to start by getting right into our website. And over here we go. All right, so we've got a couple of little updates. Our SBC active member count has been increasing over the last week and a half. So we've gone from 5,100 a week ago to 5,300, and it's slowly going up. We still have our sponsors are still asking if we're going to meet the April 14th cutoff for joining the other party in order to get our legal structure started at the same time as the other party that our founders or our sponsors are working with. So we're still looking to hopefully get to that number by April 14th. If we get to 10,000 by then, we'll be able to start our legal structure at that time. If we don't get to that number, then we'll get to that number when we get to that number, hopefully maybe by the end of this month or the end of the next month. But the sooner we get to 10,000, the sooner we can start our legal structure and start our foray into the next iteration of SBC and stop having to schlep around on a daily basis. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys are too. Our current agent pool has $620 USDT, so it's $380 away from turning the agent exchange on. And the next update is on our shared bounty. So last month we had 2,230 members participating in shared bounty. And as of today, we have 1,713. So there is still a few days left in the shared bounty. Of course, my screen here doesn't tell me how many exact that is, but I'll look at another one and it'll tell me we have 2 days, 6 hours, and 51 minutes before the shared bounty program closes for the month of April, and the payout is on Saturday the 6th. Updates to the shared bounty program. As you are all well aware, the updates for that is we are making an adjustment in the shared bounty program. There's a blog about that. Let me go see if I can find it. That blog indicates that we are making a minor course correction. There's a couple of videos for it. The shared bounty updates from our Philippines leaders. That's a good one with video and update. There's also another shared bounty update for with the video as well. And geez, I can't find it. let's just look in here and see if it's just the video or if the texture's in there. No, it's just the video. Augustine did a great video as well, so that's a video to check out. I'm gonna summarize it for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some account for the members who have who are a sponsor, who have one referral up to 20, 23, 25 referrals. Those have individual levels of your what you can receive as far as the maximum goes. So if you are if you have no referrals, your maximum in shared bounty is going to be $45. Now keep in mind that's a maximum, that's not what you're guaranteed to get. Understand that the way that the shared bounty program works is what you received last month is the value that you want to look for. So if you received, say for instance, $6 last month in shared bounty, if the shared bounty program isn't growing, if the program is shrinking, which is what it looks like it's doing. So when we started the shared bounty program, we had 4,000 members participating. Now we have 2,000 members participating. Now there's 2,000 members that are currently qualified, but they're going to be qualified by the end of the month, by the end of the cycle. So if you want to participate in that share bounty cycle, you need to get your payment in by April 5th. And that will, as long as we meet the same membership value that we had last month, your shared bounty program will pay out the same amount. When the shared bounty program is growing, that's when your shared bounty program starts to pay out more. So just keep that in mind. I will still be doing at least a 1.0 SBFC for a share bounty program this month. If the share bounty program grows to 3,000 participating members, then we enter a different tier. And that different tier is based on the actual personal bounty that comes from your being a sponsor. So the personal bounty is an extra 10 cents in the system, and that's an allocation. So keep in mind that it's an extra bonus that goes on top. And then when we hit the 3,000, then it goes from 10 cents to 60 cents. So it increases quite a bit. So as we increase our participation in the share bounty program, the bounty program gets better. So as it is right now, according to our sheet, is where we're going to be at with that. So I really wish I could find that. All right, that's going all the way back. So it's in there somewhere. I've got to find it, but I don't want to focus too much on that. Just want to let you know that the share bounty program is taking effect, those changes. That's going to happen on April 6th. And going into next month, as we want to make sure everyone understands, and that next month is actually this month. So the requirement for making your payment on time is April 1st through the end of the month. So if your shared bounty program says you need to make a payment, you need to make that payment on time in order to receive the shared bounty. You need to make that payment on time in order to receive the extra 1,000 SBC rewards and the 1.0 in SBFC. So keep that in mind. Paying on time is going to get you the maximum benefits. If you pay late, the shared bounty program isn't going to pay you. So don't make a mistake by making a payment late. We tried to allow members to pay late, and unfortunately, that led to too many complications in the system at the time. Members weren't paying, and to be honest with you guys, if you take a look at this number on our dashboard, if you don't pay on time, that active member count goes down, and if you don't pay on time, the shared bounty participation number goes down. These are real-time numbers. So in order for us to show the community that we're progressing, in order for us to show the community that we're growing and that we're being responsible for our accounts, it's reflected in these numbers because these numbers are live. So making sure that those numbers are going up instead of going down is important for everyone's morale. So going forward, that shared bounty program, making a payment on time is going to help you actually receive a shared bounty, and it's going to help you receive the SBC Gold. It's going to help you receive the SBC rewards and the SBFC reward at the end of the month. So just another update going on the front page. We got some shared bounty program explained. There's some documents here you can download. You can share those online or offline. It's up to you how you want to do it. And so yeah, that's where the shared bounty program is. So next, I want to go into SBC Gold. So SBC Gold launched yesterday. I have I'm working on putting the blog up today. So by the time that we launch the video for this founders meeting, the SBC Gold contract address will be launched, and that'll be available to you. So basically, the way that the SBC Gold is going to work is if you're an active account from April 1st through May 1st, you're going to receive an allocation of SBC Gold on May 1st. That allocation, how much that is, how much it's going to be worth, we don't know that yet. We haven't funded SBC Gold, but over the course of the month of April, we're going to fund that, and then we're going to buy the SBC Gold. So the way that this is actually going to work is that admin is going to buy SBC Gold. So we're going to put whatever we're going to put into liquidity, we're going to put those up on the exchanges, and then admin is going to go and buy those. So what I buy from our SBC Gold exchanges is what will be distributed to our members on May 1st in your custodial wallet. So one thing that I didn't mention very clearly last month, I said I was going to go back to it, but I didn't, is what a custodial wallet is. So a custodial wallet is a wallet that is going to exist on the blockchain. You will have the public key, which is the wallet address. So you'll be able to go to BSC Scan and put your wallet address in there, and it will show you the value that is in that wallet. Now, keep in mind, there will be nothing in that wallet until May 1st. We will make the deposits on May 1st. We'll make the deposits on June 1st, July 1st, August 1st. Every first of the month is when we're going to make those deposits. Now, you're going to have to leave those funds in those custodial wallets for 90 days. And during those 90 days, those funds are going to mature. So on May 1st, you'll receive an allocation as long as your SBC account is active through April 1st to May 1st. So you'll receive an allocation on May 1st. And then from May 1st to June 1st, if your SBC account is active, you'll receive a second allocation on June 1st. And then again on July 1st and August 1st. On August 1st, that'll be the 90-day period where your SBC Gold funds have matured. So we're going to allow you at that time to withdraw 1/3 of the first May 1st deposit. So in my example here, I'm showing that on May 1st, if you receive $9 of SBC Gold, you'll be eligible to pull out $3 of SBC Gold on August 1st. Then on September 1st, you'll be able to pull out another $3 of SBC Gold from the first deposit, and then $3 from the second deposit. And then by October 1st, you'll be able to withdraw the whole entire May 1st deposit, which would be a value of at least $29 if we fund it as you know, as it's an example here. So that $27 you'll be able to remove. You can do whatever you want with it. You can exchange it. You can hold on to it. You're encouraged to hold on to it, but you can also exchange it. By that time, you'll be able to use it for your SBCBO. And that will allow you to, so obviously there's $27, if it's $27 or if it's $30 or if it's $32, we're hoping that we can make it so that it will at least cover your SBCBO. So that really kind of depends on funding. That depends on how we acquire But the goal here is that we're going to have a limited supply available on the exchanges, a very limited supply. So if you're going to want to buy SBC gold, it's going to be very, very difficult to get. So that's the key to having a high and stable price for our cryptocurrency. So it's hard to get, and when I say hard to get, it's not hard to get. It's just going to be expensive to buy. So if you want to accumulate a large amount of SBC gold, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that on the exchanges, especially up until April or August 1st. So between now, August 3rd, and between April 3rd and August 1st, SBC gold is going to be very difficult for you to buy. It will be deposited into your custodial accounts, into your custodial wallets. And so those custodial wallets allow you you'll have access to the balance of the funds. And on the time that you're able to withdraw it, you'll be able to select that I want to withdraw X amount of whatever is mature. So whatever funds are mature at that time, you'll be able to withdraw. So if on October 1st, you want to withdraw all of the first month's deposit, you'll be able to do that. If you want to do it on August 1st, you want to withdraw a third. And then on September 1st, you want to withdraw the second third, and then the first third of the second deposit, you'll be able to do that. So I'll make those schedules in a chart when I put the SBC Gold blog up, that will actually announce its contract address. The supply that we have for it is I think it's 100,000 coins is what we launched it with. So the way that this contract works is that it's only going to release a small amount of those coins to purchase at a time. So when we get to August 1st, we're going to have a white paper that you'll be able to download, and you'll be able to see the structure and the schedules for how SBC Gold is going to work. But our intention is for SBC Gold to be a growing and publicly traded coin for our private community. So if you have any questions on SBC Gold when we go through our Q&A, I'll do my best to answer those. Just keep in mind that SBC Gold, we just launched it yesterday. So when it comes to getting your custodial wallets, they will be ready by May 1st. So in your KCB or your SBCBO, we will have a link under rewards, and it will have your SBC Gold wallet, and that'll go out and it'll tell you what's in that balance. It'll also give you a detailed description of what funds are mature, and when you're eligible to withdraw them, you'll be able to withdraw them. If you're going to want to use those to apply towards your SBCBO, we're going to try and make it very simple so that you don't actually have to send the coin. You don't have to move the coin. You can just select, I want to apply this to my SBCBO, and it'll transfer it from your custodial account into ours. You won't have to actually we'll withdraw it to your wallet and then send it back to us. So you won't incur any transaction fees or anything like that when you make that payment. If your SBC Gold isn't enough to cover your SBCBO wallet, then we will give you a checkout that uses your SBC Gold towards a portion of it, and then you can use the rest of the payment, whatever the rest of the payment is, that will go that'll go into the system. So let's say, for instance, if you have $6 in SBC Gold and your KCBO or SBCBO is $32, then we'll request a payment of $26 from you. So $26 USD and $6 in SBC Gold. So that's going to be available to you on August 1st. So once those funds are mature, you'll be able to use SBC Gold to pay your SBCBO. All right. So So the next place I want to go is I just want to discuss the rewards. I'm going to put together a poster and a chart that shows our current reward structure. So starting on April 1st through May 1st, our SBC rewards are this. As an active member, you will receive 1,000 SBC SBC coins as your reward. As a new member of SBC, you'll receive an additional 1,000 SBC as a one-time reward for being a new member. So if you remember, we used to give away 250 Kringles when you joined up. Now you're receiving 1,000 SBC when you join up. Your sponsor is going to receive a one-time benefit of 1,000 SBC for every new referral that they bring in. And if you pay your SBC VO on time, you'll receive 1,000 SBC coins, and you'll also receive 1.0 in SBFC. So that's valued at $30 itself. And keep in mind that once the exchanges are open and the funds are moving in the exchange, you'll be able to use those funds, convert them. Well, you're going to be receiving USDT for your exchange, so you'll be able to use that for your SBCVO. By the time that August comes, we could also make it so that if you want to exchange a portion of your SBC to SBC Gold, we may be able to do that, but I'm not going to promise that just yet. That's a lot of development that I haven't talked to my developers on, but it's something that we would possibly be able to do. But keep in mind that it's still going to work off of the liquidity pool. So if the liquidity pool is 1,000, then you'll be able to choose either I want SBC Gold or I want USDT. But when the liquidity pool isn't there, then the exchange isn't open. So you won't be able to just come in and exchange your SBFC at any time for SBC Gold. It will only be while the exchange is open under the terms of the exchange itself. So those are our SBC rewards. And just to clarify, members who have paid in advance, if you have a expiration date that is sometime in the future, you have already been compensated in SBC, either in November or in some cases there were some members that were missed, so they were picked up in December or January. But if you paid last year in advance, you did an advance payment for, like, say, when we had the $22 SBC VO payment at that time, and you paid in advance, you've already been compensated in SBFC. So those members don't qualify for it. These are only for current month payments. So if your payment is due in the month of April and you pay it on time in the month of April, then you'll receive the 1.0 SBFC. You'll still receive the 1,000 SBC rewards, but the SBFC is only for those that have a payment due in April and actually pay it on time in April. So with that, I think I've covered everything that's going on. I do want to mention that the app, so on Friday my time, that's when the share bounty cycle ends. So we're going to be working on doing the number crunching. It's going to take me a little bit longer on this cycle because I've got to go through and apply the new variables for how the share bounty program is actually going to allocate. So once I get this one cycle down, next month should be a breeze. I usually put together, when I go through and I get my numbers, I sit down and I make a list of the steps that I need to do, and I go through and I gather all the information, and then I apply those filters to our shared bounty members, and then get all the transactions ready to queue up. And sending out the transactions is really the hardest part, because our system can only handle so many outgoing transactions at a time. So it does about 1,000 an hour. So it takes a little bit of time in order to send the transactions out. But so just be patient with me. By Saturday, Sunday your time, the payouts for the Share Bounty program will be completed. And the app is also going to be launching this weekend. So I'm going to share the app link with our Privy Council members, and I'm going to be sending out a personal email to active and our active members and our members who have significant referrals. So let's say, for instance, my developer wants to do about 2,000 beta testers. So we'll send out the link to about 2,000 members of our community, and they'll have access to the app. This is going to be specifically for an Android phone. So we'll send you the link and instructions via email. And then the only thing that we ask is that if you receive them, do not share those with others. We'll know if you did, because we're going to be turning on the app specifically for the members that receive the email. So we're going to do a limited beta test probably for about a week. By the end of next weekend, then the app will be publicly available on the website. You can click the link and you can share that, save it on your phone, and then you'll be able to use the app at that time. The app interface is a lot cleaner. It's basically silver and black versus the black and gold that we have here. So it'll be a little bit on the cleaner side, a little bit more streamlined. It's just a brand new way to access the SBCBO. It's not super flashy yet, but it will get an upgrade as we go about. But what the app is going to be able to do for you is it's going to be able to notify you if one of your referrals has just made their payment, so indicating that you have a whether or not they participated in shared bounty, or whether or not they are not participating in shared bounty. So you'll get like a notification when your bounty is paid. You'll get a notification when your account is due. You'll get a notification if there's a new blog. You'll get a notification. So it's basically a better way to communicate, so that you'll get real-time information coming from our website when something is happening in real time on our website. So with that, I guess we can move on to the Q&A. If anybody's got any questions on Shared Bounty, any questions on SBC Gold, or any questions on the rewards, just understand that I know that there are some members who are still missing some rewards. The majority of members that are eligible for the SBFC have received it, and I don't believe that there are any members that have not received their SBFC. If you have not received your SBFC, there are two reasons for that. First reason, you didn't pay on time. Second reason, you might not have registered your bounty address. So SBFC goes to the bounty address, where the SBC goes to your SBC wallet address. So if you didn't receive SBFC for paying your account on time, then check to make sure you have a registered wallet. Check to make sure you actually did pay on time. The way that I went through and I found, I paid everybody who paid on time, but the people who actually paid the day that they were due did not get their SBFC. So I went through and I sent that SBFC yesterday. So if you think that you didn't receive it on April 1st and you were eligible for it, if you haven't looked at your registered bounty address by now, it's probably in there. If not, just open up a ticket. I'm going to be going through after this meeting, after I get the blog done for SBC Gold. I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be reviewing the rewards that everyone received, and I've got a database that shows me who is supposed to receive them. So I'll just go through and tick off if you did receive them, and anybody who's missing from any of those things I'm going to take care of. So don't worry if you are missing SBC or SBFC rewards. I'm going to check that out today. So no need to panic. They will be on their way. And that's it. So no questions on no questions, please, or issues that I didn't receive my rewards or something like that. I'm going to take care of that today. Questions that we will take are shared bounty questions, SBC gold questions, SBC wallet, private community establishment questions, things of that nature. All right. So let's turn it back over to Mbe and let's take our questions.
All right, admin, thank you very much. Wow, lots and lots of updates here. We'll start with Dr. Carl from the USA. Hello, doctor.
Hello, good day to you all as well. Admin, everyone needs to hear this question. Can you explain to everyone what would happen if someone tries to withdraw early and evade your instructions when it comes to the SBC Gold?
Yeah, so because we have custodial wallets, it will not be possible for you to withdraw more than your funds are mature for, and you won't be able to withdraw early. So on August 1st, you'll be able to withdraw exactly up to 1/3 of the first deposit, and that's it. On September 2nd, you'll be able to withdraw 1/3 of the second deposit and the second 1/3 of the first deposit, and going on. So by the time that you get to October 1st, you'll have the ability to withdraw one whole deposit of SBC Gold.
Right. I only ask because everyone needs to really understand that because of what we experienced in the past, so, but thank you for sharing that. So I hope that makes it clear for everyone listening to this call, just to follow the instructions. All right. That's all I have.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, specifically, we're gonna, because we have the custodial wallets, we're able to control the flow of SBC Gold into the marketplace. Obviously, there's going to be lots of members who are going to have funds at the time. We would hope that they would turn them back around and use them towards their SBCBO. That's the intention. It keeps the value in there. There's no exchange going on. So it doesn't. So keep in mind that when you're transferring, when you're making a transfer from one wallet to another, regardless of what coin it is, that doesn't impact the price at any time. The only time that the price is impacted is when you're buying and when you're selling. So we hope that most of our members will not feel the need to sell, but if you do feel the need to sell, that's going to be perfectly okay. We're not going to have any restrictions on that.
Thank you, admin.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll take Noella Effie.
Good day from here. My greetings to everyone in the community, and my regards go more especially to our admin and all the Privy Council. Thank you so much, admin, because of so much work that is going on in the community. I'm so much impressed of all your effort. In fact, I can say that you are a man of your word. And also all the Privy Council, because I normally say that a tree can never make a forest. But when 2, 3 gathers together, bring more ideas, different ideas, it becomes something. So thank you so much for all the good work that is going on in the community. Then my question is just simple question, because I can see that you are hammering about paying the program fee early for those who do not pay early, or for those who normally pay late, very late. So I want to clarify more, because, for example, I normally, my expiring date is supposed to, the bounty share, 27th of every month. So suppose I pay on 20th of assuming this month, April, I paid on 20th of April. Is it late or is it earlier? Early, because so many people may be also confused about this question, paying early or not paying early. Please, admin, I want you to clarify more on it, please.
Okay, so on the dashboard, it tells you the date that your shared bounty payment is due. So if your payment is due on April 27th, then April 27th is the day that you need to make that payment. If you make the payment on April 28th, it will be late. And because it's late, the shared bounty program will not be accessible to you for that cycle. Not only that, but you won't receive the 1000 SBC rewards and you won't receive the 1.0 in SBFC. So we've been nice and we've been generous to allow late payments, but late payments don't allow for the system to work properly, and it also impacts the mentality of our community. So when our community sees our numbers going down, they think that there's a problem with that. So we want to encourage our members. If you're a part of the shared bounty program, you need to be very active in your SBCBO. You need to log in on a regular basis. You need to know what your pay date is, the day that your payment is required. Just keep in mind that your expiration date for your account and your shared bounty payment date are two completely different dates. They might be the same date, but in some cases they are not the same date. So if your shared bounty payment is saying that it's due on the 27th of April, make that payment on the 27th of April. You have the whole entire day of the 27th of April. Our system does not take a look at the time of day that it does take a look at the time of day that the payment's made, but it doesn't account that for if you pay on time. As long as you pay on the day that, if you pay on the 27th, that's the day that the system recognizes as an on-time payment. So just keep that in mind. It's definitely important to pay on time, because if you're not paying on time, then you're not going to be a part of the shared bounty program. The shared bounty program is a bonus. It's a supplement. So by participating in it, by opting to pay for the SBC full, you're not only receiving your instant bounty, or your sponsor is receiving your instant bounty, but then you're eligible to receive the shared bounty. So the shared bounty is a privilege. It's a perk. It's an add-on to what you receive in your program. So make sure that if you want to continue to receive that shared bounty, to get your payment in on time, according to, like, if your expiration date and your shared bounty date are the same, then that's easy. Make that payment on time. If your shared bounty date is a little bit before your expiration date, you still have an option, and that option is in SBC Lite. So let me describe the differences between SBC Lite and SBC Full when you're making your payment. So SBC Lite doesn't have anything to do with the shared bounty. No part of your SBC Lite payment goes into shared bounty. There's no bounty paid to your sponsor, and you're not eligible to receive bounty from your referrals. So basically, it's just the bare minimum. It keeps your account active so that you're able to participate in the rewards program. You're able to participate in the SBC Gold program, and you're able to be one of those chosen few in the time when we go live with the SBC private fund. So basically, it's a no frills experience. It gives you all the rewards without the shared bounty program. So if you pay your SBC Lite program late, you're not going to be penalized for it, because you're not participating in the shared bounty program. So there's no shared bounty to lose. You're not going to be penalized for it in the as long as your payment is made in the month that the payment is required, then you'll be still eligible to receive your rewards. The SBC Gold, however, you have to make sure that your account does not expire. So if you're an SBC Lite person, paying on time gets you an extra reward, but you still receive some other rewards. So I'll put that into the chart for the blog that I'm going to post later today as well. So, you know, the difference between SBC Lite and SBC Full is basically the shared bounty program. But in both programs, you'll miss out on SBC Gold if you don't pay on time. You'll miss out on 1,000 SBC rewards, and you'll miss out on the 1.0 SBFC. So all of those things you'll miss out on if you don't pay on time for both programs. But in the shared bounty program, the only thing you miss out on if you don't pay on time is the share bounty, and you'd miss out on the SBC Gold. So I'll put that in a chart for everyone so you'll understand it.
All right. So, but one can still pay, maybe someone that's supposed to pay by 27. If the person wants to pay 15th of the month, assuming this month of April, the person wants to pay on 15th, I think the person is can still go by that.
Yeah, if you pay early, there's no penalties or anything like that. If you pay early, the system keeps track of the due date that your shared bounty is. The due date of your shared bounty is always due the same day every month.
All right.
Your expiration date depends on the day that you actually pay, because it adds 30 days to whatever your expiration date is. But the shared bounty program, the due date is always the same. So if yours is the 27th, it's always the 27th. And if you pay on the 15th, then you're good through the month of May.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. So we have three. Three. Oh, I did not destroy your name.
No. Bonsoir, bien, bonsoir, grand top Mbé.
Bonsoir.
Alors, j'ai une question. Bon, comme c'était en anglais, nous, on a quelques problèmes de compréhension. En ce qui concerne l'attribution de SBFC, bon, j'ai constaté que je n'en ai pas reçu. Alors, pourquoi est-ce que c'est une erreur ou bien qu'est-ce qui se passe? Puisque moi, j'ai payé aussi à temps. Je suis éligible au bounty share. Alors, je ne sais pas pourquoi je n'ai pas reçu les SPFC.
Donc, votre date d'expiration, c'est quand?
Alors, ma date d'expiration, c'était le 27, bon, pour ce qui est passé, le 27 mars. Mais moi, j'ai payé le 8 mars.
Ah, ok.
Donc, j'ai payé longtemps avant le temps. Oui.
Yeah. Okay. So admin, he's saying that he doesn't understand why he's not receiving his shared bounty, because he paid very, very early and paid like 2 weeks.
We don't pay the share bounty out until the 6th of the month. The share bounty we did not pay the share bounty out yet. That closes on the 5th. So on Saturday, the share bounty program closes for the cycle, and if he's eligible for the share bounty, he will receive that on the 6th. So we haven't paid that out yet because we're still in the April cycle.
Donc, l'admin dit que si vous êtes éligible, c'est à partir, on va payer le 6 de mois-ci, donc pour le mois passé. C'est le 6 que vous allez reçu ça. Ce n'est pas encore le jour. Sauf si vous êtes en train de parler du mois passé.
Non, je ne parle pas du mois passé. OK.
Non, ce n'est pas encore, la date n'est pas encore arrivée, c'est le 6.
Ah, OK. D'accord.
I thought that
voilà,
you
merci.
were about last month.
Merci bien.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he's talking about this month, so he already understand that. All right. I mean, I think that is it.
Yeah, our cycles are a little off on that, but that's a good thing because I've got enough to do on the 1st of the month.
All right, so we do not have any other hands up at me.
No further hands. Okay, any member of the Privy Council is present that wants to make some statements, or anyone else there?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, we have Mr. Michi.
All right.
Yeah, greetings to the members of the House.
Greetings.
Admin, thank you so much. We've been watching from the background. Let me just use the word from the background because there have been so many questions as to what is happening. And the best I have been able to tell you is, please, instead of asking questions that you'll not be able to get answers to most of the time, because in as much as you try to explain, they'll still keep on repeating the same thing. Always do your best to come to the meeting. And I believe that today's meeting is very clear enough that anybody who really wants to know what is happening will be able to pick 1 or 2 points. And good enough, the meeting is recorded so that they'll be able to watch it at their own leisure time. So with all this, I'm equally putting it across to all of us to see that this community is not sleeping, especially the administration. We've been working seriously to make sure that everything is going to stand tall. So if we have any reason why we've been afraid of telling people about the SBC, or those people who are in a kind of frustrated or angry, please, we have the right to go back to them and give them the clarity of what is happening here, because we are standing tall. Thank you so much, admin, and thank you for the rest of the panel.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So just to got one more question, I guess, that popped in there. We can go ahead and take that. We got some time.
All right, Alexander, unmute. Unmute, Alexander.
Hello.
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 Hello, admin. Yeah, please.
Hello.
Good evening, admin. Good evening, Mr. Mbe, to all the entire. First of all, today I'm so excited and so happy about what we all heard. But I'm followed by Mr. Amachi. Yeah, I think I've been did my best to talking with my downlines to some of them, like 4 or 5 people have already activated their accounts. And first of all, I have 1 or 2 questions that I wanted to ask. And one of my downlines accounts, the account, it was be there for more than getting to a year. He has not paid yet until yesterday he has paid. When after the payment, they said they should answer 3 questions before they open the account for her. So for that one, I want to know that if you did it, the account will be open, or still it will be remain there. It will remain for some time before. That's the first question I wanted to ask.
Honestly, I didn't really understand the question. So someone has come back to the community after being inactive for a year, and they want to know if they're going to receive their rewards or their TVC values or something like that. Is that what you mean?
No, not even rewards. After the payments, when they said he should answer 3 questions before they can before she can have the access to enter her account.
The security question?
Oh, the security questions? Yeah, there's no requirement to fill out the security questions. It just sits there and nags you until you do. So my recommendation is to just kind of get it over with. Just go ahead and do the security questions and save those in your profile. It's just going to bug you until you do them. That's all.
Mr. Admin, after when we answer the question, the account will be opening automatically, immediately, or it will take some time before.
Well, the account becomes active when a payment's made. So you have access to the account to create your profile, upload your picture, read the blog. You have all of those things when your account's not active. But when your account is active, that's when a payment's made, and that's when the wallet's created and things of that nature. So if they've come back in and they've got an active payment on the account, then their account's active. It doesn't. Their security questions don't necessarily make the account active or not.
Thank you. And my second question is that it's me. my MetaMask address it has been lost, and I think I've already submitted for the new address, and my SVFC coins is in my old MetaMask address. Once I've changed it to new one, that old SVFC coins is it coming to the new one again? All my coins, or I'm going to started again. It means my new this is unless we started for new coin, or all the old coins will still come to the new one.
Okay. So the nature of cryptocurrency. So SBFC is a real cryptocurrency. Any SBFC that is in your personal wallet that you have control of, that SBFC is there. It's not going to be transferred or moved or anything like. We don't do that. That's all up to you. So if you've changed wallet addresses, or if you've lost access to a wallet that had SBFC in it, then that wallet is gone. There's no way for us to restore or give you back those coins. If you change your registered address in the SBCBO, any new coins that you receive from us will go to that new wallet. But any old coins that you have received that went to another wallet, if you don't have access to that wallet, those coins are gone. There's nothing that we can do about those. That's the same with any and all cryptocurrencies. Once those coins are in your possession, once they're in your wallet, you have complete control of them, and anything that happens to them is there's absolutely nothing that we can do about those.
Okay.
So I hope that you still have access to your old wallet. Maybe even if you need MetaMask to help you to work through that, you can get on with their support. They might be able to help you do some sort of recovery. But it's important when maybe that's something that I can add for our members is a little bit of crypto basics that I can put into a blog for you, just to make sure that everyone understands that.
Okay. Thank you, admin. And finally, followed by Mr. Amachi, what Mr. Amachi just said right now. Admin, in fact, we have tried, especially even me, I'm trying my possible best to talk to all my downlines, but surely majority of my downlines, they don't want me to hear mention SVFC community to them anymore at all, because they said the community we are just following the community without receiving anything. So they will pay when they see that something is happening.
Well, let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you're not receiving anything out of this community?
As for me, my belief goes that it's going to be working, and for them, that is their negative mindset. Admin.
Yeah, I would look at those members who are going to challenge you and are telling you that, oh, you're never going to receive anything out of SBC. Well, they're wrong. Our members over the last 6 months have received quite a bit out of SBC. And that you run into those challenges on this with old members, it's best to just leave those guys alone. The only way that you're going to be able to get through to them is in your situation, when the shared bounty program is paying you out, and you can show that when you have SBC gold in your wallet and it has value, then you'll be able to you'll be able to take your phone and put it right up in their face and say, look at this. This is SBC. This is what SBC is doing. You were wrong, and now it's time for you to get involved. Now it's time for you to come back. So I don't want to be mean, or I don't want to be angsty towards old members. They just don't see what we're doing, and you shouldn't waste your time on them. If they really have an objection to what you're trying to bring towards them, then don't waste your time on them. You're going to be better off using your energies towards positive people, and for whatever you can show them. If you can show them something that's happening good in the SBC community on your phone or on your computer, or share with them a blog entry, or show them, you know, your wallet balances. You've got the tools to show them that we're doing what we say that we're doing. So, you know, as Amici said, you know, I'm keeping my word on everything that we do. So if I tell you we're going to do something, then we're going to do it. So that's definitely my you know, my focus and in my drive is to, you know, I don't want to put anything out there that I'm not going to accomplish. We're going to get SBC Gold. SBC Gold is going to be great. We're going to turn on our exchange for SBFC, and we're going to have our SBC private fund. So all of those things are going to happen. We know when they're going to happen because I've set the goals. I've set the goalposts for those things happening. So, you know, if they don't believe that we're going to achieve those goals, then let them come up on when we reach that goalpost. Let them see that we've reached that goalpost, and they can see that we've done it without their help. And then, you know, they might change their mind and decide that they want to go forward and help us achieve our goals. So I wouldn't spend any time on members that are being negative towards SBC. A lot of those members, they might have thought that they lost something or whatever. So keep in mind that a lot of the negativity towards the TBC community comes from scammers. It comes from sponsors that abused their referrals. It comes from bad people in our community. It wasn't because our program was a bad program. There are some issues where, yes, we didn't meet some goals, and Admin Jack was unable to meet those goals, but we are setting new and responsible goals for the SBC community. And as far as I'm concerned, with the exception of getting to our 10,000 that we need, we've achieved every other goal. So that's a testament to this community, and that's something that you can take as a testament to any new members. And when the old members are willing to see it, when they open up their eyes, they'll realize that we've actually done what we said we were going to do. Even those old members that think, oh well, you know, Admin Jack took our TBC away. There's a whole entire community, a whole entire negative community that is fueled by a former top leader in TBC, and he refuses to communicate with our team. He refuses to acknowledge the fact that we've restored the TBC wallets to whatever balance was in there, and that we're making good on transferring those to SBC. He refuses to see those things. So what does that say to you? What it says to me is that he is the fact that we've these things around. He doesn't care about those things. He wants to destroy. He wants to be an adversary to our program. He does not want to work with us. He does not want to shepherd his people back towards us. He's lost his entire faith in I would have to say everything that he does. So you know, just keep that in mind, that the negative members and the members that say, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with SBC, they don't understand what we're doing. They don't understand where we're going. And if they're not willing to open up their eyes, then you shouldn't try and pry their eyes open. There's nothing you can do for them. All right. Let's go with Innocent, and then I guess we'll be done.
Yes, admin.
Okay. Greetings, admin. Greetings, Chief Justice Mbek. Greetings to you also, Dr. Carl, and greetings to all the members here now in the house. Admin, thank you so much for all the clarification you sent to us here. I know that many of some members who are in the French speaking, they didn't understand, they didn't follow what you are saying now, but I promise that I will try my best to build a professional PowerPoint to make all the details in the French, and try to share to the French community and let them understand and follow what you are doing, because many times we didn't understand how much you are so serious about what you are trying to do in this our community. They cannot imagine that, especially about the promo. You have to do it manually. It's not easy. It's so difficult. Even if it's 5,000 people, it's very difficult. Many of them, they didn't understand what you are trying to do. They cannot imagine that how many hours you lost to do such kind of things. For what? For our community, to let our community state up. That's why I think that the only thing we can tell to you is just only thank you so much for what you are doing now. We are with us and trying to guide all the community. I think that it's only 5 or 6 months ago. In only 5 or 6 months ago, we can see the result, what is coming on in our community. The only thing I want to tell you, thank you so much for what you are doing now. And I will try to support you and try to do my best and let the French community to understand and let them to follow what you are trying to do to build this community and become a great, beautiful community for the world. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a ton of manual work. As I mentioned before, even for the last couple of years, there's always been a lot of manual things that happen. So when the TVC community was built, we were always on our feet. We were always running to make innovative changes, and sometimes those things could be done in programming, and sometimes those are kind of a end of the month kind of desk job kind of thing. So even in businesses and whatnot, they go through the end of the year, or they go through the end of the month, and they review their books, and they close their books, and they take care of their accounts receivable and things of that nature. So there's always something at the end of the month that's a manual process. And the good thing is that what I do for one member is the same thing that I do for all 5,000 members. So it all happens kind of all at once. But yeah, it's actually a lot of fun, to be honest with you. I like crunching the numbers. But back to your comment regarding the French members. When I was in high school, I took French, and my French teacher informed me if we ever went to Paris, or if we ever went to Canada, that the French that she was teaching us would not be the French that we would be hearing when we went there. They would instantly know that you were not a native French-born speaker. So I understand that a lot of our community is French, and I understand that a lot of our community not French, but speaks French. A lot of our community has been raised to uphold their, the French speaking. Some of them they won't use the Google Translator. I understand all of that. I do know where that comes from. So that comes from a sense of pride for the language that you grew up speaking and learning. But and I do appreciate all the translation that you do and everything that you put forward on that. That's greatly appreciated. It certainly is helping to communicate with our French speaking members. I wish that I could do more, but I can assure you that when we get to our goals, so when we hit our 10,000 members and the website turns into an educational portal, we will be putting into effect all languages, native speaking languages, and programs in all of those languages. So, much like Dr. Carl just experienced in his class, some of his attendees might not be native English speaking attendees, so they might have a difficulty in processing the information that is being presented. So even in his program, he's looking at doing classes in other languages. So That is something that we will definitely do. We're kind of small right now. We used to be very large. We did have the resources to do such things. I wish that we'd used better than just the Google Translator on our website, but that was what we were able to do at the time. But once the SBC private fund launches, and the SBC BO becomes an educational site, there will definitely be resources in everyone's native languages. So it's a global community. Even though the majority of us are communicating in English, we do recognize that in the Philippines and in India and in Africa, even in Europe, there are other languages, and those languages needed to be, in order for us to reach them, we need to be able to speak with them on their native tongue. So that's something we'll definitely work with, and I really appreciate everything that you've done so far. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That is it.
That is it. All right, everyone. Thank you for attending our founders meeting. So Saturday this week is the end of the shared bounty cycle. If you're participating in the shared bounty program, get your payment in by the end of that cycle so that you'll receive your shared bounty. Starting on April 6th through May 5th, if you don't pay on time for the shared bounty program, there's no shared bounty program for you guys. So just remember, I'm going to post the blog. I have 3 blogs that I'm going to put together. The first blog I'm going to put together for today is going to be the SBC Gold details. It's going to show you a chart of when you're going to receive, how much matures and when. Then I'm going to do a SBC rewards recap so that everyone knows what they're getting, when they're getting it, and how they're getting it. And then the last blog that I'm going to put together is going to be like a crypto basics that's going to show you. It's going to be specifically based off of MetaMask information, but it will also apply to Trust Wallet as well. I haven't worked with Trust Wallet, so I don't have any details on how that works, but maybe somebody who does use Trust Wallet can send me a screenshot of things as we go through it. So those 3 blogs are going to come out, and the app is going to be launched by the end of the month or end of the week for our Privy Council members and some selected members who will receive an email with the link. Again, please do not share the link with anyone for the app. We're doing a limited test. We don't want to overwhelm our system. We want to see how it works with 2,000 members before we let the remaining 3,500 or so in. All right, so our ending phrase is still on the concept of being a builder. So we want to get to that 10,000 as soon as possible. April 14th would be great. April 31st would be great, or April 30th. May 1st would be great. The sooner that we can get there, the better. So thank you all for attending, and we will see you next week and watch for those blogs.
All right. Thank you so much, admin. I guess we can just unmute and say, be a builder. All right. Unmute everyone.
Be a builder.
Be a builder, guys.
Builder.
Everyone.
Be a builder.
Yes.
Be a builder, everyone.
Be a builder.